Hello peeps, JelloHotDogwtf here bringing you another Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle. This time our opponent was Neil, also known as JelloHotDog on Twitter. He also has a Pokemon YouTube channel of his own. I'll pop links to both of those in the description down below. As ever, we tweeted out for an opponent and he was kind enough to reply. We had a bit of technical issues. This was our third battle. The first one we had, we used monotype teams against each other. I used fire, he used ice, and surprisingly enough, he won, showing that no matter what disadvantage you might think you have at the start of a battle, you can still get past it with a bit of clever know-how and expertise. The second battle, we had technical issues with internet connectivity. We had a bit of a DC issue, so we went for round three, ladies and gents, and we got there in the end. We managed to get through a full battle, and it was a really good battle at that. So let's get the video started for you peeps, rather than sitting around and listening to me gabber on. So here's Neil, our opponent, in his trendy Pancham hat. I started by bringing out my Carby. He opened with Heliodis, who isn't really used much. He's quite a good Pokemon though, because he's got great coverage. Partially because he's part normal, and normal types classically have quite a lot of coverage in their move pools. So anyway, he called back his Heliodis, sent out his Zangoose. I got up one of the screens, I think it was the light screen, went into my Mega Slash predicting the close combat. Then I decided to go for the Sacred Sword. He went for Night Slash, which triggered my weakness policy, and I went for the Sacred Sword and managed to take down this Zangoose, which I was really happy about, because Zangoose is a major threat. I really didn't want that thing sticking around. Wanted to get rid of it as fast as I could, and I was given the perfect opportunity. So first KO goes to Aegislash, taking down that Zangoose. Then he brings in Rhydon. I think this Rhydon was Eviolite, perhaps? I think it was an Eviolite Rhydon. I used the King Shield to protect. He predicted it, went for the Substitute, which was quite a clever move. So I made a risky play, went for the double King Shield, because I didn't think I could take an attack, so I thought I'd give it a go. He went for the Drill Run. King Shield pays off, he got the attack drop, the light screen goes away. I went for the Iron Head, I think, the Sacred Sword, to get rid of the Substitute before he takes down my Aegislash, giving something else the chance to come in, possibly take it out, probably the Roserade. So giving something else an opportunity to come in and do some damage to this Rhydon. So he takes me out with the Drill Run, which was pretty expected. I bring in the Roserade to try and get a Giga Drain off on this thing, but he does switch out, and he brings in his Dragalge. We snort his Dragalge, who is an absolute special tank. Can take those hits like a pro. So the Giga Drain does virtually nothing to a Dragalge. I switch out into my Grumpig. He goes for the Sludge Wave. My Grumpig plays it fairly well. I went for the Psychic. I honestly expected him to withdraw his Dragalge, not want to stay at Psychic, but he stays in. He took it fairly well, considering it's super effective. He got the Sludge Wave off, normally below half. Thanks to the Citrus Berry though, I did manage to get some health back. He withdraws his Dragalge and brings out his Exeggutor. Now at this point I was expecting the... I hit it with a Psychic, which was meant for the Dragalge, and then I was expecting the Sleep Powder, so I switched out into Roserade, knowing that the Sleep Powder wouldn't be able to touch Roserade at all. And he just went for the Giga Drain, straight up Giga Drain. I don't know whether he expected me to stay in with Grumpig, or whether he was predicting me to go into Roserade and going for that anyway, but possibly if that was the case he would have gone for the Psychic instead. So knowing better than to stay in on Exeggutor with that Psychic looming, I go into my Houndoom. who I know is immune to it. He switches out Executor the same turn and brings out Brigald. So I thought I will Mega Evolve and see if I can get rid of this Brigald, because Mega Houndoom is the strongest special attacker I've got on my team. I wanted to see if I could just get rid of this Brigald, because it's such a monster of special wall. I completely forgot, like a noob, about the skull. So he hits me straight in the face with the skull. It doesn't take me out, but it's definitely a 2-hit KO. I got another Dark Force off, hoped for the flint or the crit. It didn't get either one. That will finish me off with the skull. So that was really unfortunate. Mega Houndoom going down as fast as she did. Then I'll bring in my Jedi Pig. The Force is strong with this one. Went for the double switch, predicting him to switch the Brigald out, but he didn't. He stayed in, he went for the Scold. So I was really surprised about that. Did some major damage to my Steelix. Really unfortunate. He also burned Steelix, which was just gutting. Steelix does manage to get the Iron Head off to finish that Brigald off, but the burn takes down Steelix in the same turn, so that was an unfortunate loss of a Pokemon, because Steelix really could have helped against the Rhydon and the Aerodactyl, and probably helped quite a bit against the Executor as well. So I bring out my Carbing, and he brings out Rhydon. So I get the Reflector, knowing that this team has only physical moves, and it goes for the Drill Run, which I take fairly well. Rather than wasting time getting the light screen or what I don't need to, I decided to get the Toxic off on this thing, which turned out to be a really good move, because the next turn he went for the Substitute, which was good for me because it meant that Rhydon would still be taking damage even from behind the Substitute. So I was quite pleased about that. Rather than bringing Roserade in to try and get rid of the sub quickly, I did think about getting Roserade in behind the Reflect, but I thought Carbing's taking the hits pretty well. Rather than risking Roserade against this thing's physical onslaught, I'll just keep Carbing in, because the leftovers are softened somewhat, so is the Reflect, and Carbing's pretty tough anyway. So I stayed in, and basically just waited for Poison to soften this thing up. Went for the Moonblast to try and get rid of the Substitute, to see if I can get rid of this thing a little quicker. Because there's not really much point going for the light screen at this point, because the only special attacker he got left. No, actually he got two special attackers left at this point. He got Heliodis and Executor. But I didn't really want to waste time setting up screens I didn't need, because I don't have the light clay and they run out way too fast anyway. So he goes for another Drill Run, gets me down below hot health, but the Poison does finish him off. Toxic finishes off the Rhydon. So the Rhydon goes down to the Toxic. My Carbing is still at half health. Reflect wears off, unfortunately, probably at the worst time, and he brings out Aerodactyl, who I knew was going to Mega Evolve, because you never see anybody running basic Aerodactyl anymore, even the Choice Scarf. I mean, Choice Scarf Aerodactyl would probably actually be really good, very fast Pokemon, but you never see it. So Aerodactyl takes down my Carbing with an Earthquake for, what was it, Stone Edge? That was Stone Edge. He takes down my Carbing before I could get the Reflect back up. I bring a Grumpy. Now, I did toy with the idea of getting up the Reflect, because Grumpy has got the Reflect as well. But I thought, rather than that, I'll just try and get as much damage up on this thing as I can. Try and play a bit more offensively. So I don't think the defensive game will work, because at the moment he has 3 Pokemon, I only have 2. Neither of which have got any physical defense. So I got the T-Wave up on this thing. It used Home Claw, which was good for me because it gave me the perfect chance to get the T-Wave. I hit him with a Charge Beam. It doesn't do much damage, but I did get the special attack boost, and then he hit me with the Stone Edge Crit, which completely obliterates Grumpig. So I'm left with just Roserade against Aerodactyl, Heliodis, and Executor. So I come in, go for the Giga Drain with Roserade, does about half damage, then the Aerodactyl is paralysed thanks to Grumpy's T-Wave, giving Roserade the chance to finish off that Aerodactyl, so that was really good. Glad to be rid of that thing. So he brings out the Heliolisk next. So I know I can take this thing down, because he can't really, because Heliolisk is pretty frail. So I just go for the Giga Drains for the most damage and get back some HP at the same time. Heliolisk just keeps going for the stab T-Bolt. I don't really know what else this thing had. I know it got Surf and also T-Bolt. T-Bolt made most sense because it's got the stab. And unfortunately on the last hit it was also paralyse Roserade. Just before then we get that crit Giga Drain to finish the Heliolisk off. So Executor comes in, we are paralysed. I decided I'd go for the aromatherapy to see if we could get rid of the paralysis before we fight this thing. But it just went for the straight up psychic and obliterated it anyway. So that was that match. Took it right down to now. Great match now, great team. Thanks very much for that. Much appreciated. Hope you peeps have enjoyed that battle. I know I certainly did. As always, leave a like, drop a comment section. Drop a comment section down in the section below. No, just drop a comment in the comment section. Don't drop a whole section down there because you'll just block it all up. That would be a bad idea. Yeah, so drop a comment in. I read them all and I do reply to them all. Love hearing feedback from you peeps. As ever, give me feedback because I just want you peeps to tell me how I can improve the channel for you, because it's all about you peeps. I enjoy making these videos and I enjoy making you peeps happy. So subscribe to my channel, please, because I do bring at least one video a day. Stay cool peeps, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye. These videos, and I enjoy making you peeps happy. So subscribe to my channel, please, because I do bring at least one video a day. Stay cool peeps, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.